Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to this love reading, which explores someone's feelings about you. This reading more or less covers the 2-week period between the new moon on July 17th and the full moon on August 1st. I'll be tuning into the energy of the person on your mind to find out how they're moving towards you, how they see you, and how they feel about Capricorn. I'll also take a look at whether your head and your heart are on the same page about this person or this connection. At the end of the reading, I'll close off with what is being held back and advice for Capricorn. But we are going to start things off by taking a look at what you are each seeking and gravitating towards during this period. So your person, we have here emotional freedom. And for you, Capricorn, we have intimacy. Okay, so for your person gravitating towards emotional freedom, if you are in a relationship with this person, dating this person, it could be that they are trying to figure out how they can be their own person without relying on you too much, without you relying on them too much. It's as if they are in a relationship, are kind of in a place where they feel that they need to almost change for the other person, or that they need to be single in order to pursue their own wants and dreams, but kind of need to recognize it doesn't matter if they're single. They should be able to pursue their own wants and dreams whether they're in a relationship or not, and not really put a perceived limitation as being imposed on them by anyone. For this intimacy that you are seeking, it could be that you are trying to get closer to them. Maybe they feel like they are pulling away, or the things that you both wanted at some point are seeming like they no longer want it, but you are still kind of focused on those things. If this is like not a relationship that's established, then we could be looking at them kind of wanting to do their own thing in their own time, and you wanting to get close with them and kind of be in a romantic relationship or connection with them. So Capricorn, let's take a look at how this person is moving towards you. We have the Ace of Wands. So it may seem that this person is like moving towards you, whenever they want, whenever they feel that passion, whenever they feel that desire. We'll do some clarifications later. In terms of how they see Capricorn right now, we have the King of Wands. So there is like a desire, a sexual attraction, a physical attraction, like really kind of they are pursuing that passion, and they kind of see you as someone who really is that's driving that passion. So let's see how they feel about Capricorn right now. We have here the 8 of Swords. So this is that card of like limiting beliefs, feeling limited, feeling like someone else is putting restrictions on you. But like I was saying, they kind of need to figure out that if they feel restricted, they need to figure out ways to not feel restricted without putting that burden on someone else. So Capricorn, let's see what your heart says about this person or connection. We have the 3 of Cups here. So it could be saying like, this is fun. We're friends. We're more than friends. We can be more than friends. We have a good time together. And you can kind of like, they can do their own thing while you're out together type of situation. So let's see what your head is saying about this person or connection. We have here the 5 of Pentacles, which is kind of saying that it's just not a good fit. Like what you're looking for is not going to be where you're searching for it with this person. Let's see about the Bottom of the deck, the influencing energy, we have the King of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. So even though this is a reading that's tapping into the energy of your person, this King of Pentacles is very much Capricorn, earth element energy, kind of, it's a sense of you're willing to put in that hard work. You're willing to, for this intimacy, for this romantic connection, you're willing to kind of put in that work, that time, attention to detail, to make things happen. With the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands, it could be that you're putting in that work and disappointed and like the only one putting in that energy. But let's kind of do some clarifications here and find out, because you have the Ace of Wands, the King of Wands, and then the Eight of Swords, which kind of, it's going in one direction and then just kind of stops. So let's see why there is Ace of Wands for how your person's moving towards you. You have here the Queen of Cups. So it could be that they are drawn to like that desire for intimacy, really being open and available, and kind of really tapping into that, maybe making it easy for them. And that's not a judgment. It's basically, if you are wanting intimacy, physical intimacy, emotional intimacy, and you're making yourself available to them, if you're nurturing them, if you're kind of helping them follow their passion, that's like what I mean by like you're open to it, and so they're pursuing that. We have here at the bottom of the deck, Seven of Pentacles, Chariot, Ace of Cups. So it's a sense of like they're kind of assessing what's going on between the two of you, how much investment they're going to have to take, and how much is them just like being free to kind of do whatever they want. So I will say for some of you, it could be that they see this as like a booty call type of situation. But obviously this is for all different types of situations for Capricorn, but that could be one of the situations going on. But let's see, they see you as this King of Wands. Let's get more information about that. We have here the Eight of Wands, and you can see like this person's like leading them to the target. So again, that concept of passion and just going for it, and really kind of making things easy. Like it's like, hey, you want to be intimate? I want to be intimate. Let's do this. Let's see what's at the bottom. We have the Hierophant, the Two of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So here it's like a sense of like an emotional connection with this Hierophant. This is more of something more traditional, but also can be like something where you share a same passion for something, like you're both interested in let's say black and white movies, black and white films, or you're both interested in a certain type of like workout routine, or something that you are both interested in pursuing individually, and that kind of passion for that kind of might make it so it's easier for them to have access to you, and kind of like, yeah, let's do that. Let's get together and watch, like, what is it, film noir or whatever. So let's take a look at this Eight of Swords as why they are feeling that for you. We have here the Nine of Wands. So they just feel like this is like just a mindset of really they're putting limiting beliefs on a situation, and that could have nothing to do with you. It could be how they were raised. It could be past relationships. It could have something to do with you in the past, but ultimately it's up to them to like figure out what the reality of the situation is, what they're willing to offer, what you're willing to offer, if they can meet you halfway. And also to kind of like, if they need to take a step back, then to take a step back. If they're, that's for them to kind of figure out. So we have here 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. So this is like a concept of like give and take. It's reciprocity, and also that idea of like nurturing something. So here it's almost as if they feel like they're just going to have to be doing most of the giving, or they're not going to be able to, do anything on their own. Like that concept of emotional freedom, as if they're not willing to put in that work because they're already seeing that work as too hard or too limiting in the first place, even though they might have done no work at all. So let's see about the 3 of Cups here for what your heart's saying. Let's see what more information we can get. We have here the Page of Cups, and again that concept of playfulness, and you guys can be friends, and there's possibility for it to be more. You can explore together. You have the 4 of Pentacles and the Lovers and the 6 of Cups. So to some degree, it is a sense of maybe you being stuck on a certain idea of how things could be. But again, that concept of the Lovers is like there's 2 people there meeting at the heart, willing to kind of have that give and take. And here it's almost like, oh, well, this could be the case if they just opened up a little bit. So let's see about the 5 of Pentacles for what your head is saying. So it could be like your head is saying like it's not enough for you. What they're giving, what they're it's almost like that concept of that meeting halfway. It could be just you doing the work for meeting halfway. So we have here the Knight of Cups. So your head is kind of indicating like this 5 of Pentacles. It's like a lack. There's a lack there. There is a desire to be accepted, and so it's almost that idea of like the intimacy, almost that like open heart emotional connection is something that you're going to be putting the work in for. I think it's interesting. You've got this intimacy card. They're like both in this tub of water, with what your heart's saying, you've got cups. What your head's saying, you even have the Knight of Cups. What they're, how they're moving towards you, how they see you, how they feel about you. There is this Queen of Cups. That's how they're moving towards you. And here in this Queen of Cups, they're just sitting there. So to me, there is water in this 8 of Cups, but to me, it's more like they're pursuing they're pursuing their emotional freedom. They're kind of going after what they want. And you're kind of hoping, your heart is kind of hoping that it can be fun for them. They'll want to play in that connection. But your head is kind of saying it's mainly going to be you doing the work for that. So let's take a look at what is being held back. So here, let's take a look. We have tears. When I think about you, I cry. We have here missing you. I miss you. I wish things were different. Wild side, there is a side to you I haven't seen and want to. I want to see you let loose and get wild. Let's have some fun. That's kind of what I feel about this person. When I think about you, I cry and missing you. Maybe that's the case. If that isn't the case for this person, if it doesn't seem like that's the case for this person, then it might be you kind of going through that emotional turmoil, because you have all these cups over here and they're moving towards you with this Queen of Cups. But let's get some advice. We have no. It's not the right time. Vacation, you will be traveling soon. And health issues could arise. So it's more here with this health issue, it more looks like kind of like a broken heart. And the you will be traveling soon card, it's almost as if you will be moving on. It seems like there's something that with the Eight of Swords, you can see that they have the key around their neck to open this. But if for some reason this is feeling more like your energy, like they feel that you are the one that feels like inferior, or feels like you're not enough, or feels like worn down, then definitely these tears and missing you would be more applicable to you. But regardless, it kind of seems like these two concepts are really not going in the same direction. But each of you has free will to kind of do what you want and go in the direction you want to go. So this is what I have for you. I hope this reading provides a helpful perspective of how someone is feeling about you. I'll see you next time. Take care.